get-together program. Bangladesh Education Forum organized. Bangladesh Private University, all private university association. Bangladesh Education Forum 2023, Dubai, UAE. American National University, Bangladesh presents this. This is the Bangladesh Embassy Counselor. His speech. He's given us a speech.
Good afternoon. It's my distinct pleasure to be here to address in this education forum. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, representatives from leading private universities in Bangladesh. I was very attentively listening and watching the speeches and the presentations given by the universities, their representatives, and I understand that organizing this education forum 2023 is a very timely one, and it is a need for this time. On the basis of my learning from your speeches, I would like to mention few points. I'm not giving you the speech in fact, just I've got some observations and some views that have been generated in me. I just would like to share them to you. First of all, I would like to convey my profuse thanks to Mr. Saifur Rahman for organizing such an effective and timely event in Dubai. It is Education Forum 2023. As I understand, Education Forum 2022 was organized also here. I missed that forum, but I am pleased to be here this year. Dubai and Northern Emirates. This is the jurisdiction of Bangladesh Consulate General in Dubai. That's why we call it Bangladesh Consulate General in Dubai and Northern Emirates. Dubai and other 5 Emirates, Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, and Quwain. These 5 Emirates and Dubai, out of 7 Emirates in the UAE, 6 Emirates under the jurisdiction of this Bangladesh Consulate General in Dubai. You might be aware that more than 1 million Bangladeshi nationals are living in the UAE officially. But unofficially, we assume that it could be 1.2 or 1.3 million. And this is a increasing trend day by day. The number of Bangladeshi nationals are increasing in the UAE, and the big concentration is in Dubai and other Emirates. You all know that Dubai is catering a huge demand of students from all over the world. But what is the scenario in respect of Bangladesh? More than 15,000 Bangladeshi students are studying in different institutions in the UAE. 15,000. It's a big number. And these students comprises of not only the Bangladeshi nationals who are living here, but also Bangladeshi nationals who are living in Bangladesh or other countries. They are sending their kids to the universities in the UAE. Every universities here. And schools as well. There are a lot of Bangladeshi students. Our kids are studying in schools here. And yeah, you all know, a lot of universities, they are hosting Bangladeshi students. As I understand from the presentations, that the private universities, we have learned about BRAC, AIUB University, AIUB, ULAB, Eastern University, IUS, Reputed International University, Washington University of Science and Technology, and all others. Here, can you think this way? For example, BRAC University is hosting students from 27 countries. It's a very amazing information for me. What we know usually that Bangladeshi students go abroad for the higher study. But it's very encouraging that foreign students are coming to Bangladesh for higher study. And I understand the other universities, other private universities also host foreign students. But a lot of Bangladeshi students are coming to Dubai for higher study. A lot. Can you think of developing any mechanism to hold these students, Bangladeshi students, to remain in Bangladesh and study in Bangladeshi private universities? I understand there are some limitations. And I also understand why so far Bangladeshi private universities didn't take any initiative to establish their branches or universities in the UAE. You know, a lot of Indian universities, American universities, UK universities, they have their campuses here, branches here. And in the private university sector, Bangladesh is experiencing a booming trend. Now I understand, I know that more than 130 or 14 universities in private university in Bangladesh, isn't it? 140 maybe. 108. Or 108. 108. 108 private universities now in Bangladesh. And some of the universities are doing very good, very well. And the universities that have their presence here, they are the leading universities in Bangladesh in private sector. And we have public universities as well. We have 54 public universities. After the independence of Bangladesh in 1971, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, gave emphasis on investment in education sector. It was the first priority of our father of the nation to invest in education sector. However, the process was started. Unfortunately, we all know that after the 15 August 1975, after the killing of our father of the nation, the scenario changed. We have experienced a lot of turmoil, and our education sector didn't experience any positive development. But now we see that for the last 3 decades, the private sectors, the universities, private universities are getting into a concrete shape in the education sector of Bangladesh. And private universities are contributing a lot to the education sector of Bangladesh, generating employment and for the advancement of our economy. Private sector are playing a vital role nowadays. We have a demographic advantage, and we are enjoying this demographic dividend as well. We all know that 20% of our total population are between the age level 15 to 24. And every year, those who pass HSC, hard secondary examination, they are eligible to go to universities. Out of all the students who pass HSC, only 23% are admitted in the universities, public universities and private universities. So what are happening to the rest 77%? We are not thinking about the fate of this 77% of our young HSC graduates. What are they going? So I understand that the private university should think of this big number of students who are not getting chances or who are not eligible to go to universities. So 77% is a big number. So private university can think of this. In Bangladesh, this process had been initiated more than 100 years ago with the establishment of the historic Dhaka University. Now, as I mentioned that we have 100 plus private universities, 54 public universities. Still, we are failing to cater this huge number of students who are unable to enter into higher education after existing. Our private universities are doing excellent. In which grounds they are doing excellent, I would like to mention from the presentation. I've got some points that the students are well taught. The environment of the education in the universities that I have learned from these presentations. I don't have idea about the others, that is the 108 universities. But these universities who has representation here, I understand, and I have a big satisfaction. But the students are well taught in their universities. And on-campus politics are not allowed, as I understand. This is very important. And the educational technological proficiency is a top priority for these universities. So it is very important for them. And these universities are acting as the best motivators to the students. And we have a lack in the research sector. We always criticize on this subject, research. But these universities, they understand that they are very much research oriented. And other facilities, scholarships, stipend, there are. But I understand this should be increased so that more and more students they choose this private universities, which is a motto for organizing this education forum. I would like to finish here. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, investment in education. There is a debate because we have very much indifferent in investing in education. India has huge investment in education sector, not only in their own country, but also abroad. In the UAE, they are leading in the education sector, also health sector. But we are talking about education sector. They have hundreds of schools and universities here. They are investing in education sector. Why they are investing in education sector? You know, after the independence of India in 1945, the visionary leader, first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, had a vision. His first initiative was establishing IIT in 5 different areas in India. That made the revolution. Now the number of IITs have been increased, but IIT students are leading, dominating the whole. That was the vision. And similar vision was cherished by our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. But we are still fighting for this, and this is a big challenge, and we are trying to overcome these challenges in the education sector. Investing in education is not an expense; it is an investment with infinite future. I'd like to mention about Ezra Cornell. You all know the Cornell University in the United States, one of the famous university in the world. When Ezra Cornell established the university, he developed a concept, and probably for the first time, he developed the concept of inclusiveness in the education system, co-education, non-sectarian, and admission without any discrimination, no race, no religion. And that's the motto of the Cornell University. You know, it's written that I would found an institution where any person can find instruction in any study. That makes the difference. Any person can acquire education or instruction in any study in this university. That makes a difference. So, the private universities now in Bangladesh, they can make the difference. Private universities are doing good, and there are scopes, there are a lot of avenues to do for them. You all know that when Jamindar system was prevailing in this subcontinent, you will know that before 1945, the Jamindar system was abolished in 40s. Up to the abolishment of Jamindar system, there were 1,500 Jamindars in the then Bengal. Out of this 1,500 Jamindars, can anybody name 3 Jamindars? Jamindars were very influential. They are the landlords. They rule the country. They are very powerful. But can anybody name 3 Jamindars out of this 1,500? Yes, can. Only 3. 3 Jamindars can be named. But others, nobody can name anyone but these 3. And who are these 3? Rabindranath Tagore, Hasan Raja, and can you name another out of these 3 Jamindars? It's very difficult. It's a very difficult question. Out of this 1500 Jamindars, we recall only two. Rabindranath Tagore and Hasan Raja. So this is a learning for us. Nobody will remember us. Only we have contribution in the education sector to its endeavors, its efforts for the future, and the university, the private university of Bangladesh, who have helped and made this organization, made this event successful on. My profuse thanks go to all. With this, have a good day. Thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangla.
Thank you so much, General Secretary of ABUB and Vice Chairman of ULAB. Just give us a few moments to reset the stage for this time.
কিন্তু আমরা নিজেরা চেষ্টা করছি এখন ওনারা আগে আসছে গাড়িটা কথা হচ্ছে আপনার সাপোর্ট উনি মন্দিরে আমাদের পেশাজীবী থেকে দাবি যে এখানে আমরা স্কুল কলেজ ইউনিভার্সিটি চাই কালকে সৌভাইয়ের সাথে অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট সিট দিতে হচ্ছে আমাদেরকে হবে না আসেন তারপরে যে
আমরা যে স্টুডেন্টগুলো পেয়েছি বাংলাদেশের আন্ডারগ্র্যাজুয়েট প্রোগ্রামের জন্য আগে মাস্টার প্রোগ্রামের জন্য মাস্টার প্রোগ্রামের জন্য এখন দেখছি আমরা ব্যাচেলার ডিগ্রি তারাও ইন্টারেস্টেড বাংলাদেশে ব্যাচেলার ডিগ্রি করার জন্য বিকজ নাম্বার ওয়ান হলো দ্য কস্ট I believe the cost is very affordable and the quality is becoming great. And if you compare the faculties profiles, আপনারা দেখবেন যে ম্যাক্সিমাম graduated or in PhD from outside. এখন আমাদের দেশে ওই ফ্যাসিলিটিসটা ছিল না, so they had to go to abroad for their higher studies. এখন তারা ফেরত আসছে বাংলাদেশে and they are willing to give something to Bangladesh এই জেনারেশন তারা চাচ্ছে যে এই জেনারেশনটা বোঝার জন্য আমি যদি বিদেশি স্টুডেন্টরা আমি জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারি
মাইকটা একটু ক্লোজ করুন
আচ্ছা এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে আচ্ছা So I think যতটুকু বলেছে ওটা শোনা গেছে তো এখন আমি যখন জিজ্ঞেস করি আমার যে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট আছে ওদেরকে যখন জিজ্ঞেস করি why did you choose বাংলাদেশ ব্র্যাক ইউনিভার্সিটি ফর ইওর ব্যাচেলার্স ডিগ্রি তো ওরা বলেছে যেটা আমাকে যে ওদের যে সিস্টেম ওরা যা দেখেছে ওদের দেশের ইউনিভার্সিটি আর আমাদের দেশের যে পড়াশোনা আমরা ওদেরকে কিছু সময়ের জন্য ওরা বাইরে থেকে তারা একটা এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে আসছে তাদের ক্লাস 12 বলেন এডুকেশন সিস্টেম তাদের হায়ার এডুকেশন সিস্টেম কিন্তু আমরা যদি তোমরা থেকে বাংলাদেশে আসতে হবে না ফার্স্ট অফ অল তুমি দেখো তুমি রিভিউ করো সবগুলো ইউনিভার্সিটি প্রোফাইল দেখো তোমার ইউনিভার্সিটি বাংলাদেশ ইউনিভার্সিটি তোমরা দেখো রিভিউ করো কোনটা তোমার কাছে মনে হবে যে তোমার ক্যারিয়ারের জন্য তুমি যেটা তুমি ক্যারিয়ার গোল ঠিক করে রেখেছো সেটা অ্যাচিভ করতে পারবা তুমি সেটা চুজ করো সেই কোন ইউনিভার্সিটি প্রোভাইড করছেন বাংলাদেশ ব্র্যাক ইউনিভার্সিটি সো ওরা বলেছে যে আমাদের সাথে কম্পেয়ার করতে বলেছে দে আর ভেরি মাচ হ্যাপি আমাদের যে এখানে যে এনভায়রনমেন্ট আছে বাংলাদেশের পিপলরা দে আর ভেরি ফ্রেন্ডলি ওটা একটা তারা লাইক করেছে যে তারা যে কোনো হেল্প চাইলে ইভেন তাদের ফ্রেন্ডদের কাছ থেকে তারা সবসময় খুবই হেল্পফুল বাংলাদেশের কালচার ডাইভার্স কালচার ইভেন দ্য হেরিটেজ এই জিনিসগুলো আসলে ওরা খুব লাইক করেছে হিস্ট্রিক্যাল ওরা পড়েছে যখন ওরা দেখেছে বাংলাদেশ সম্বন্ধে আমরা তো আসলে সবসময় কি দেখি বাংলাদেশের পভার্টি এটাকেই দেখা যায় যে বাংলাদেশের যত আপনার নেগেটিভ সাইড, যে আমরা দরিদ্র, আমরা খেতে পাচ্ছি না, এসব বেশিরভাগই প্রজেক্ট করা হতো। কিন্তু এখন আমরা চাই যে না, আমরা তো এখন আপনার মিডল ইনকাম কান্ট্রি, আমরা সো আমাদেরকে এখন এই জিনিসগুলো প্রজেক্ট কি করতে হবে, আমাদের হিস্ট্রিকে প্রজেক্ট করতে হবে। আমাদের বাংলাদেশে কি রিসোর্স আছে, আমাদের এগ্রিকালচার সাইডে আমরা কিভাবে আমরা ডেভেলপ করছি, সবখানে এখন ফুডের ক্রাইসিস। তো আমরা এগুলো কিভাবে আমরা এগুলো আগে করছি, আনসার করছি, সেই জিনিসগুলো আমাদের দেখলে আমি মনে করি যে বাংলাদেশ ইজ রিয়েলি a potential place for higher education.
Thank you. I think instead of going in serial, I will stick with the theme of prayer and ask Mr. Kaplan to.
Is it working? That's the first question. Yeah, to say a few things. I think first of all, we can get international students to Bangladesh because it's happening right now, and not only from Asia and Africa, but also from some other parts of the world. There is some real promise there. But one of the things I'd say, Bengal is in my heart now. I feel that Bengal will be the rest of my life, so I speak from that perspective, but also from as somebody who came into Bangladesh from the UK. And the Bangladesh higher education sector, in some ways, we mustn't be complacent, because in a way it reminds me of the challenges facing the tourism industry in Bangladesh as well. Because Bangladesh, things that we need to do for both sectors actually, and one of them is to think about ways of streamlining the administration of the support for those who are coming into the country to study, visa administration, that sort of thing. Also, some countries that are very good at international recruitment, they thought of the attraction of work, of work opportunities while people are studying or even after graduation for a while. So those things are worth considering. It's great to see there is some very good support for international students, though, in Bangladesh already, and to see the really good outcomes for students who've come to study with us and have gone on to good positions or to significant PhD opportunities with scholarships, that sort of thing. One other thing also I think I'd like to say is that it's not only a matter of attracting students, but also partnerships with leading institutions around the world, and then that builds a stick and attracts more students as well. I am personally quite fed up now, I'm going to be very frank, with the numbers of institutions internationally asking us for what they call 2+2 arrangements, or other arrangements where our students start with us and then they go abroad to study at the other institution. They become their alumni, and maybe they never come back. And India has a similar problem. It's very well documented, this kind of brain drain. There shouldn't be a brain drain. There should be a brain circulation instead, where people do go abroad, but they come back to help build Bangladesh and South Asia. What is interesting is to see some of the most prestigious institutions in the world are talking to us about developing equitable partnerships with us now. Why? Because they see that Bangladesh knows about nation building. Bangladesh knows about being resourceful in the face of huge challenges. But also we have to project Bangladesh as a country that knows about the use of modern technology and is going to be a good performer with the world of artificial intelligence as well. That's where we should stake Bangladesh. So partnerships like that will start to bring us a real interchange, and we'll begin to see, potentially, we could see students coming from all over the world over to this really interesting country. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's great insight. And I should mention at this juncture, we already have 14,000 foreign students studying in Bangladesh. So it's not a matter of when or how it will happen. It's already happening. It's a matter of how we strengthen it, not just numerically, but in terms of the qualitativeness of it, the quality output, and how we make it, just as Mr. Kaplan just said, how do we make it a true circulation and productive knowledge creation? I'll come to Commander